And this is election day here. And we have a runoff election in a month, actually, later this month. And so folks are talking about election fatigue.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's really important that people show up for every election. And so what is your message just about voting and how significant it is? Because people are feeling like their vote does not count.
Well, and I'm deeply concerned about voter suppression here in Texas, the efforts to disenfranchise our neighbors, particularly our black and brown neighbors across the state. We saw that in this primary. We've seen it in many elections here in Texas. And so we're up against a rigged system, we're up against some long odds, but I want people to remember all of the brave Americans before us who fought and died for this sacred right to vote, whether they stormed beaches or braved fire hoses. Those brave Americans gave us this right, and we have to cherish it and protect it and use it in every election, even the really small ones, because sometimes those are the ones that matter the most.
And you talk about black and brown, but a message that you brought here earlier this year was about getting everyone together.
That's right.
And how important that was, and that you realized that there were people are in their feelings. They're
That's
still
right.
in their feelings.
Yeah, of course.
And so how do you reach those feelings and bring them energized to come and vote?
Yeah, well, I think it requires showing up. It requires listening. It requires building bridges. Because the only way we can win in a state like Texas is if we do it together. No one person, no one community can do it alone. And so my job as the Democratic nominee is to bring a coalition together that can win in November, but then most importantly, fight and deliver for working people across the state of Texas, across all communities. And that's the work that we have in front of us. It's difficult work, but I'm confident we'll be able to do it together.
Okay. And the follow-up to her question, because she talked about the message to these young people, and some of them will be voting for the first time.
Yeah.
And so, in telling them to vote, because they really don't care about 100 years of voting and the struggle and someone marching to vote, walking 100 miles to vote for Nelson Mandela, for example. What is the message to those who are voting for the first time now, how they need to become engaged? Because you have an elected official in this area, Dallas County Commissioner John Wiley Price, and he talks about how he's turned 76 a week ago, and he has voted in every election. So it's very important for this election for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard from young people who say they're not interested in voting, not interested in politics, and I always respond, you may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. Because if you care about politics or not, your boss at work cares about politics, your landlord cares about politics, your insurance company cares about politics, and until you care about politics, they're going to keep using the political system to screw you over. And that's how we were able to generate historic youth turnout in this primary, and I think you're going to see young people, Gen Z in particular, stepping up to lead in this critical moment for our country.
So you're going to bring it home.
That's right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Really honored. It's good to see you.